Hey review family, keep it high, keep it tight, it's Jay Morse, the review guy, back to bring you another video. Welcome back to Track Review, the series in which I review tracks that are making major headwaves and are getting people talking. And today we are talking about the from first to last track, Surrender. So, if you are unfamiliar with this band, this is the band that is fronted by Sonny Moore, and if you are unfamiliar with him, that's Skrillex. Before he got into electronic music and dubstep, he was actually in a kind of post-hardcore type of band, and kind of this emo or early 2000s sounding, well, about mid-2000s to late 2000s. And then he decided to depart from the band to pursue other things, namely Skrillex, and eventually he just kind of branched out, and now he's returned. So we don't have a definitive release date for an upcoming album, but we do know that they are working on another album, and these are the two singles from it. So, and when I say two singles, they actually released another song a while back called Make War. I believe that was the name of it, and I was a big fan of that track, and I like From First to Last a lot. They're not necessarily my favorite post-hardcore band, but they still have a lot backing them. They still have a lot of charisma and vigor to their music, and I like that Sonny Moore's singing kind of has this natural emotional grit to it that really carries the tracks forward. And to be honest, while I did enjoy this track, to me it felt quite a bit like Make War, but a bit more mellow, watered-down version. I am a huge fan of From First to Last, like I said, and what I expect are songs to sound kind of like Make War. And trust me, I'm not the type of person that rags on bands for changing their sound, changing what they kind of sound like. I don't really try to do that because that's kind of dumb, that's kind of weird. I mean, bands evolve, bands change, artists grow. But at the same time, Make War had, in my opinion, a lot more going behind it. It had a super powerful chorus that was really catchy. It had super great verses, very emotional, very just kind of like From First to Last early days emo type of post-hardcore sound to it. Just this great guitar and drum build up throughout the song, and then you had the heavier parts. And for Surrender, I didn't really get a lot of those feels, and I don't know if that makes me happy or sad, because on one hand I want to feel sad because I'm like, oh well, it doesn't really sound like old From First to Last, it doesn't sound like Make War, it doesn't kind of hold up to that original type of sound. But at the same time I'm looking at it like, is this going to be a very diverse album? Is this going to be an album where they're not afraid to experiment with their sound? Because see, they do sound like From First to Last, that doesn't change. They still sound like their original days, they still have their original sound. It's just a bit more of an updated version and a bit more of a branched out version with a lot more experimentation, a lot more grabbing from other genres, other sides, other sounds, other inspirations. And when it comes to that, I have to say I'm glad, because I'm not going to fault them for trying to step into some new territory with their own sound, because they've been around a while, and now that Sonny's back, I fully respect that he's wanting to try some new things, because he doesn't want to come back and just do what he did before. That's kind of, why would you want to do that? I gotta praise the mixing on this track and Make War. It sounds very updated. See, a lot of From First to Last earlier music was a bit raw, a bit unfiltered. It had a kind of raw intensity to it with the mix. But these two tracks seem very finely tuned, very precisely done. And for that, I have to commend the mixing. I think the mixing was very good. And other than that, I'd love to hear what you guys think. So I'm going to post in the description below the link to this song if you want to go check it out. I would love to hear what you guys think. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. I'll shout your channel out. In the end screen, you can find my previous video as well as the subscribe button. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time on Track Review. But until then, my name is Jay Morse, the Review Guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell. Oh no, what your mama gonna say when I tell her that I broke no heart?
you.